Greetings everyone, please give a moment to make sure everything's set on up. Looks like everything's starting to boot on up. Give me a moment to turn on the live chat windows. And that's all good. Give me another moment to check my other computer. And let's go ahead and get started. Oops. Drink's starting to foam on up. There we go. Sometimes you set down your drink too much, it explodes. Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on bottom left side as the yellow Holy Roman Empire. We got Kiljordi. Spawn on top right side as the blue Golden Horde. We got Batu. When it comes to map generation, looks like the Golden Horde has both a deer and a boar deposit next to each other, so a good amount of food here. And this deer deposit is pretty far, well, not far, just close by, but in the opposite direction. Got the large and small gold deposit here, and the trading post over here as well. And for yellow, looks like he had his small deer or other deer deposit is pretty far away. We've got actually some early spearmen now being put on the field. Large and small gold deposit over here, the small one right there, and Pumbaa and the other small gold deposits over here. So get a rough idea. A spearman advances his way forward. Do have a barracks here. I think he may have spotted that spearman, so he's going to try to stop him from torching down the ovo. Of course, he has to build stuff in pairs, so this first spearman will take out a little time, though he actually goes for a Karash. Times 2 Karash for cheaper? That's probably a better idea. So I don't know how effective they are. He's just going for a pair of Karash. Another spearman there. I can't remember what the exact stats are, plus the Dark Age stats. I have no idea how effective they are in Dark Age. They may be the best in Dark Age if they can. Let's see. Let's say here they are. Let's see. 6 damage. Man arms attack speed. Man arms movement speed. They are classified as light. They actually do higher DPS. 50 health though, a lot less health. Go for our pair of spearmen now. No golden tent just yet. Of course, Karash will also provide a little bit of extra armor for nearby units, so it will be a pretty good force. With the 2 spearmen here, he should have enough force. Just let the spearmen take the abuse, so they get additional armor. Now counter-attacking now. Force them back, and yellow's trying to push on forward. Just being oh so annoying. May want to go for the tent. Needs 50 wood for that. He does not have 50 wood at the moment. He is getting a decent stockpile of stone. His opponent is borrowed to start aging up. While the Golden Horde is pretty far from aging up, going for another pair of spearmen. They will clearly give him enough force to defend himself. Chapel now being put on the field. Another spearman here. More spearmen. Now blue has a superior force. Needs a little bit more food as well as a bit more gold. I'm trying to click on the OVO and see what upgrades it provide, but yeah, I forgot that the Golden Horde's OVO does not provide any upgrades. Blue can fall back, set up a perimeter right there. Velocity's continue pursuing his opponent. Aachen Chapel is being pulled on the field. The Golden Horde tent. Generally, most players go for this here, Hans and Torgids. But the building cards here, I think that can turn into those fortified outposts, I think. Which could be nice for defense, to say the least. Cons and Torgids being queued on up. And you will have a decent amount of stone stockpiled on up. Push away forward, try and engage some villagers. Villagers going to stand and fight. One of those got hit pretty hard. She's starting to fall back. Spearman could fall back a little bit there. Got one villager here, but Blue's not pursuing there. Blue could either start falling back himself. Aachen Chapel deployed on the field. Got the Prelate deployed on the field. Remember, oh yeah, Holy Roman Empire, not Order of Dragon, so he does have access to Prelates this age. He does start off one Prelate, so he will get some health regen. So it's a good idea he did fall back. Another minute 9 seconds remaining. Early man arms, veteran or hardened spearman. Scout bringing home some sheeple to lead the glory battle. This requires Castle Age. Castle Age. We do now have the wheelbarrow now being researched. Oh, marching drift. That's how he's moving so quickly. The Karash are slowing down this formation while marching is giving him good movement speed there. And that's how he's able to get to his opponent's space before he did. And these guys are close enough for health. Full health. Ovo is probably going to get burnt down. Collins and Torgids still being researched. Still needs to take time to actually build, train them. Now he can go for the Batukan, but he's melee cavalry. We do have a stable point of view. I think archery, there's archery range. Got an archer here as well. Or for Batukan and a pair of Torgids. Or a Torg, or it is 2 Torgids. Yep. There's Batukan. Blacksmith also being established. Batukan could try intercepting some reinforcements. He's not exactly particularly strong at this moment. The golden tent has 10,000 health, so it can take a beating. Not to mention 10,000 health, but also 5 fire armor. So it hardly took any damage there. Right now, these guys are doing 13 damage per torch, so it got reduced by 5. 8 damage per torch is not great. Batukan and Scout push way forward. We got some early horsemen also deployed in the field as well. He could probably go for the horseman upgrade. Upgrade early horseman to regular horseman. Horsemen are just a good way to just add some extra bulk. They're far more cost effective and effective versus archers. And against heavy armored units, they're actually, Keshiks are not super great in that aspect as well. I just had these guys on defense for a time frame. We do have a stockyard being established. Allowing 4 villagers to collect up some delicious veal. No, not veal. So was it mutton? That's what lamb was, right? Herdable sheep interrupt the movement speed there. Does take a slice there from Batukan. We got the horseman upgrade now being researched. Sheep is down. Got a horseman there, good number of spearmen. Got some archers being played on the field. Needs more archers overall. Kipchaks are age 3. Blue's force rotating around. Sheeple also being led to glory. Ovo is at full health at the moment. Over another pair of Torgards. Not sure where these forces are heading. Number of forces here. But Yellow has a sizable force here. Looks like Yellow's going to try to close the game early. And we'll see how well that goes. +1 range damage now being researched by Yellow. No blacksmith upgrades just yet for Blue, however. Well, doesn't have black. Oh no, he does have a blacksmith on the field. Going for +1 range armor. Got another Ovo up here. Thing is, he torched it before it fully got depleted, so can easily rebuild that. Ovo taking severe damage. Archers there. Does aggravate some of the horsemen. Oh, what was that? What did he just attack? I have no idea what he just attacked. There's not a sheep there or anything. I think I'm just going crazy, actually. Who's now kind of attacking Vol's cavalry. Has a nice mix of everything cavalry. +1 range armor is almost complete. Got a good number of archers from the field. Scout throws out a scouting falcon. Number of spearmen there. Pluggated not to advance onto it. +1 range damage now being researched by the Golden Horde. Who has a decent mixed force here. 4 Karash, 6 spearmen, 10 archers, 2 horsemen. Ovo being reestablished there. I haven't seen any fortified outposts just yet. Lumber camp gets deleted there, so it can make some room for some farms. Blue right now, or Yellow has it right now, army of 49 versus 38. Yellow has a higher value as well, followed by a small margin. Though it is early game, so a small margin is a significant margin. Currently right now we do have the I always forget which one, the production speed edict. Dark means active, not dark means not active. I always get that mixed up, because it feels like every RTS is different. You have a number of these horsemen moving around. A good number of spearmen, horsemen, archers, and a couple man-at-arms. Ovo's taking some damage now. Archers advancing. Other reserves are pushing away forward as well. Archers hitting archers. Horsemen push way forward. Yellow's archers taking some damage there. Formation moves to escape out there quickly. Karash being picked on off. He keeps these two alive. There's all he needs for the damage or armor aura. Ovo's set ablaze. Another pair of Torgards not being pulled in field. Ovo's trying to be reestablished in combat. That's probably not a good idea. Goes out scouting falcon. Blue's falling back. Took a lot of free arrows there. Rotating around. Archers need to hit those spearmen. Takes out the Ovo. Don't know how long it was. Horsemen and Torgards push way forward. Townsend are firing away now. Archers getting some good damage. Man-at-arms being focused down quite severely. Archers firing away. Army 30 versus 37. Looks like they're pretty even out. Yellow has a higher to short value, but it's partially inflated by the number of Ovos went down. And also killed off one villager. We actually did more army damage. It's hard for me to say. Rignig's Cathedral not being pulled in field. Yellow's eyeing to go to the next age. Some Castle Age man-arms would be particularly nice in this situation. Not mentioning blunt weapons will allow him to hit those Torgards pretty hard. The Golden Horde is very far from aging up, so this could allow Yellow to obtain good number of relics for the Reganese Cathedral to provide some good value. Blue has a good number of archers here. Reganese Cathedral is being established way back here, and it looks like will be established. There's good damage in that stable. Archer is taking out some of the spearmen. Looks like Yellow's being cleaned on up. When the attack, whistling arrows fired. Stable will get established. Man arms straight forward. Got crossbow being deployed on the field. Getting the various garrisons. Of course, still has some emergency repairs when needed. Torgars right now have 4 range armor. The town is providing 7 damage per arrow, so doing okay damage versus these Torgars. Got a knight on the field to say good night to his opponent. Blue's making some good progress, but don't think he's going to be able to win the game. His opponent has no military force field, but Blue doesn't really have a way to really close the game. Trying to go for some villagers, definitely a good target. Reganese Cathedral here, going for some walls here to stop these guys from advancing. Walls and gate, I should say. Not everything's fully built, but just run now. Trying to go for some basic walls over here. Does get some hit there on those villagers. Blue so far kill off 2 villagers. Yellow only has killed off 1. Archer is taking out a good number of villagers now. Walling himself in. Couple knights here engaging the archers. Torgars engaging the knights now. Problem is, right now they have 11 damage, so we got plus 1 melee damage. Knights have 4 melee armor, so they are not going to take too much damage from those Torgars. Blues looks like going to be falling back to cavalry units here. Usually the archers take out some more villagers. Golden Horde has enough gold to age up, almost enough food as well. Got Muscovy Yasek, which does provide the increasing heavy infantry and heavy cavalry, increasing their range armor by 2. Also get 200 wood per minute passively, but that, of course, that amount gets reduced by 2 per heavy cavalry and heavy infantry unit he has on the field. Very nice. Extra range armor makes him goes a longer way, help resist crossbow damage a little bit more. As well as making his units basic bullet or heavy units bulletproof to archers. Not to mention base defense as well. The other option, which is probably too late to turn now, Shamans can now consume relic to build over which exceeds the build limit. Also increase Ovo's gather rate by 20%. When he ages up, he will get some automatic stat increases for those Torgars and of course Bob Tucon, but right now he's still pretty far away from that, and the knights are advancing. Going for a good healthy number of spearmen. We do have a fortified outpost here. Gets garrison. Does right now do 7 damage, same as 10 towns that are fire. Arrow emplacement now being researched for the fortified outpost. Down south, horsemen, Torgars engage some crossbowmen, as well as some spearmen. Number of stockyards deployed in the field. Golden Horde has quite a bit of gold. It's actually pretty close to aging up again, which is probably not a great idea. Veteran horsemen, veteran spearmen. Another fortified outpost here. This could be quite nice, get some extra carriages, just mix them in for free. Stockyard Edict could be very nice as well if you pre-plan around fortified outposts beforehand. That was very nice to go for these barracks reinforcements, stable reinforcement, all that sort to get extra man whenever you deploy all unit. We do now have the OVO offerings, increasing OVO gathering rate by 30%. Another horseman here. Exotic doggos going down. Stockyard level 1 being researched. Yellow's claimed 2 relics and picked up a 3rd. Last 2 relics, one of them's up here. Horseman takes some damage there. Knights pursuing. That's a good healthy number of knights. Golden Horde player, he does have a healthy number of crossbow in the field. Going for some more mana arms as well. Going for veteran archers as well. Yellow's picked up another 2 relics. So Yellow's going to be having a good amount of extra gold income, that's for sure. And you can see the wood income in here as well. Very nice. Oh, rather than a trickle, it does shipments. Interesting. I guess that's one way to calculate of how much wood to bring on in. One way of doing it. House of Swabia now being employed in the field by Yellow. This will help him fabricate villagers. He is slightly behind, but that's not too big of an issue. Another fortified outpost here. Gold. Going for a pair of gears here. And walls. He still has excess Silk Road trade benefits as well, so could start eyeing towards a little bit of that. Knights are advancing. Golden Empire Tentacle can go quite heavy in mana arms, so it'd be a good idea for the Golden Horde player to eye for some spring golds in the near future. Oh, does also have some of these roost tributes now deployed in the field. I always forget about that free passive effect. When you get age 3, you get free tributes. Oh, it takes some damage there. Has still plenty of stone inside of it, so it can be recovered. Also not set ablaze at the moment. God, heavy cavalry by Yellow. Blue's having trouble winning this fight. His infantry needs to be brought on back. Looks like Yellow will win the fight, but it's still going iffy. A lot of signaling arrows there. Ovo's been set ablaze now. And you got a fortified outpost in the center now. Going for another Ovo. Horseman Torgors rotating around. Got a good number of spearmen here. This Ovo still has some stone left inside. Got also an elite knight spawn in the field. Cannon place there, going for another Ovo. Maybe wait until the knights are gone. Knights are sort of being sacked here. Over here, do have Blue getting a nice sizable force sitting on up. Second side victory approaching for Blue. In Yellow and Blue has claimed the one last relic. Plus 2 range damage research by the Golden Horde. He's pretty far from aging up, needs a lot more food. These workshop being established. Do have a good number of hand cannoneers, so mangonels would be a good item for the Golden Horde to place on the field. Golden Horde, the Holy Roman Empire player, could eye for some keeps to get out some of the Black Riders. Got an upgrade here. Do have the Glorious Charge. Glorious Charge ability and outpost, which activates 10 second times, reveals outposts in nearby area to all players. When the timer ends, all nearby allies get plus 50% movement speed and takes 15% less damage for 30 seconds. So it's basically Dawn of War 3 Wog Banner. Hopefully it does like the campaign drumming effect. I really want to see the campaign drumming effect. They like campaign sound effects and all that sort. I actually never seen this deployed on multiplayer yet. Glorious Charge has now been researched, I believe. Has also the Defense Aura Edict. Units near the outpost get 10% health. Don't see the ability. Maybe when you switch over to the player. There it is. Yep, now there's the ability. Will we see it being deployed in the field? Got another horde of outposts there. Got a traction trebuchet. I wonder if that can move 50% faster. Hand cannoneers and crossbowmen here. Cannon placements with a relic inside. I'm not sure which. Might as well do the Glorious Charge now. More traction trebuchets being pulled in the field. Let's just gonna try to close the game now. The trebuchets are going to slightly increase health, if that makes any difference. Going for another fortified outpost here. Those villagers took a direct hit there. Emergency repairs need to be summoned. Goes down, takes out those 3 villagers. North monk or shaman there. Stone army's not being researched by blue. Nice hitting some villagers. Stone army. The golden temp can rapidly reduce unique units at a discount for stone. Target stone's cost and production speed are decreased by 20%. Roost tributes are upgraded with your increased armor and an axe. Sacred Site has been decaptured. These units start to push way forward. Trebuchets firing away, hitting farms. I'm curious what type of unique units this AE will summon. It sounds like it adds some new units. Doesn't sound like it affects the Torgurds, or it does with other aspects, but still. Trebuchets push forward. That is the capital. That is one of the landmarks that needs siege down. Villagers going down. Spearmen over here, not proper responding to that. Got some culverins firing away. More Roost tribute being deployed soon. Spearman does clear up those knights. And looks like he gets out some Karash, Kipchaks, and Kashyks here. And Chuck says, oh, just the Roos, or not Roos, Golden Horde unique units are able to be summoned. That's what unique units are referring to. I mean, that's a pretty good discount. And let's see, the traction trebuchets for 200 stone. Stuff's starting to go on down here, going for elite horsemen. Traction trebuchets firing away. wonder how effective this upgrade is. Beachhead. Rams gain ability to mobilize themselves to gain a strong defensive bonus, allows them to fire multiple arrows. I am curious about that. Couldn't go for geometry to increase these traction trebuchets' damage. Culverin's causing a lot of issues at the moment. Blue has a almost maxed out army going for the various stuff. Elite crossbowmen also being reached as well. Siege Workshop does go down. Could use the Glorious Charge ability. Fortified outpost will go down there. Spearmen here, nothing in the garrison. That lady goes down. This lady gets penetrated as well. Fortified outpost here. Right now, Yellow has an army of 61 versus 112, and actually Yellow has a higher army value, has some Black Riders in the field. Black Riders, if you need a reminder, are heavy range gunpowders. They have 4/4 inherent armor and 45 damage. They're outright better than hand cannoneers, with more health, mobility, armor, and ability to fire or move in for a short amount of time. But of course, you're limited to how many you can deploy in the field, but it's generally one of those things like just deploy them in the field and you'll be good to go. Counterattack here. Got good number of hand cannoneers on the far side. Horsemen starting engaging. 6-side victory available for blue once again. Archers need to start focusing on these hand cannoneers in the back line. Archers only do those damage light gunpowder. Black Riders are heavy gunpowder. A lot of attack arrows there. Got elite man arms being reached by the Golden Horde as well. Spearmen being run forward. We do also have the level 2 oval research. Right now it's at around 230 stone per minute. Cannons firing away. These two don't have relics, while this one does. More farms being established. No systemic enemies to support it. Couple spring golden placements over here, as well as a cannon placement. All these need to be fortified. Blue Empire player has quite a bit of stone right now, so probably a good idea to fortify those. More walls being established. Level 3 gold mining research being researched by blue. Plenty of gold left from the utilize on to improve its gold drop off. Blue Empire player going for a massive number of spearmen. Archers will be a good counter to that, as well as springalds. Biology now being researched by the Golden Horde. Man at arms there. I could have sworn there were Roost man arms based on them having the Roost man at arms shield. Spearmen push their way forward with a handful of hand cannoneers, horsemen, and a knight to hit system. Oh, attacked the wrong ball segment there. Got a spring gold upgrade here as well. Secondary town center, the number of stockyards. Right now, the defense or pact edict is still active. Level 2 stockyard now being researched by blue. Nope, Ovo sound looks like means something got depleted. Horsemen push along the flank. Oh, got a damage reduction aura there. Crossbow archers firing away against good damage on the spearmen. Another attack arrow there by Batukan. Batukan's about to go on down. Batukan goes down. Everything else over here will be going down for yellow. Looks like these horsemen being tied down by more horsemen. Guess a bit of gates there. Yeah, those horses will be cleaned up there. Of course, got these horsemen causing issues for blue. Another pair of Karashes there. And there's the glorious charge there. No big drumming sound effect. And it's also set ablaze. Cannoneers and archers to engage these forces. More Torgers and the horsemen trying to spawn. Over there will be torched on down. Yeah, those forces over here also being pulled on the field, slowly being cleaned on up. Yeah, that's a number of horsemen and spearmen there. A couple north, something just being picked on off. Blue's gonna fall back with these forces. Got a couple fortified outposts trying to be established. Another damage reduction arrow there, debuff arrow. Or they take 10% more damage, not deal 10% less damage. Yeah, same difference. Now the elite armor attacks is now being researched by blue. Horsemen being hit. Torgers trying to advance. The number of archers, cannoneers, and crossing backline. Yellow has some mana arms in the field, but I don't think he's even gotten any mana arms upgrades at the moment. Nope, they have both of them. Horsemen trying to pursue over here. Got some spear and horsemen intercept. Those clicking up the last of this gold. There's tributes there. They do get a bit of bonus damage versus cavalry, like Wormguard footmen. They do have the same move speed as spearmen as well. Horsemen, among other units, push way forward and decide to fall back. Yeah, those horsemen able to try to find some more villagers. Good number of stock yards they can start picking off. Horseman pushing over here, hitting that gate. Couple fortified outposts there. Yellow try to go for a key. You can afford the 10 black riders. Probably should go for them. Though he doesn't have too much gold to load. He does have 4 relics. But all the gold inside the map is cleaned on up. Blue's still cleaning up gold on his side of the map. Like right here, there's 700 left there. And up here, we got 3,700 left. So blue has still about 4,000 gold inside the map, while yellow is spent on gold. And he's probably eyeing for a bit of trade. Blue's trying to get these keeps going. Glorious charge now being utilized here. Or has been utilized. Those are the products that are consumed. Horsemen being picked off by these spearmen. There's this tiny hole there. And it looks like there's a sheep carcass there. More tribute has been some on the field. These fortified outposts are to go on down. Blue now has plenty of wood and gold. More archers probably wouldn't hurt. Maybe some siege weapons. Blue's trying to fall back here. Has a number of hand cannoneers in the region as well. More villagers push way forward. Spearmen and advancing. Hand cannoneers pursuing. Another glorious charge activated. This will give us some movement speed and damage reduction, which is going to be very helpful. Horsemen have blistering 2.81 movement speed. Don't think I've ever seen anything faster than that. While the fortified outpost has gone down, the aura effect still lingers since it's more of a cast rather than aura. Another attack arrow there. Hand cannons in the back line just firing away, gains a good amount of damage done. Blue's trying to fall back at a pile of horses on both sides. Yellow's going for a handful of weapon defense upgrades as well as a bullying oil. Couple of bombards there. Bombards here. Cannoneers push away forward. And it looks like some of these bombards are going down. Grease axle now being researched. Looks like another bombard will be going down. Bad rallies. Blue's not going for Court Architect. Blue's going to push his way forward, counter-attacking. Does put some rounds to the Culverin. Another defense arrow there. Or damage mark target arrow. Blue still has a good number of hand cannoneers firing away. Not using archers to counter the hand cannoneers. And they've been constantly firing this entire time, getting some excellent work done. Grease axle not being reached by Yellow. Yellow's going for more horsemen in general. Horsemen counterattacking, not much there to protect the hand cannoneers. Yellow's going for another keep up here. Can afford up to 20 Black Riders. Heat up another 7 more hand cannoneers. I disagree with that. Go for Black Riders. "20 Black Riders would be a significant force in the field. Sacred Site being decaptured. Try and torch down the keep, but won't go too well. Currently have 21 torch damage. This thing does have 11 fire armor, so it's not going to take too much damage from those torches. Yellow's not bringing through that gate. Try and reposition myself in my chair. Oval established there. It'll probably be unestablished relatively soon. But Yellow will perhaps bypass it. No one bypassing it. Blue's now going for chemistry. And Blue's also going for a good number of these sites. Lone Commerce is still available for the Golden Horde as well. Ovo does get destroyed. here, just wood being obtained. Got an outpost here claimed by yellow, being fortified and arrow slitted. Horseman engaging the horseman. Takes out the ovo there. Back arrow there. Gets the ovo reestablished there. Even though stability, you can redeploy it in the same spot. Always forget that aspect. Always assume if the stability you can't redeploy there, but you can. And cannoneers, way forward, firing away. With a glorious charge activated there, giving some damage reduction, as well as increased movement speed. Blue should be able to hold there. Horseman over here trying to pursue the horseman. Over here, Blue's push right forward, engaging. Bombard advancing. Remember, forces here by Blue. Got army size 60 versus 53. Blue has a higher quality as well. Yellow right now has mostly an army of horsemen, spearmen, and some hand cannoneers. Good enough battle rams being mixed on in as well. Lower charge stacking on the battering rams, making them move faster than even the common spearmen. The city is not being researched by Blue. Some of these barracks are going down for yellow. Got a fortified outpost still trying to be established by Blue right there. Blue's battery rams connecting with all of these barracks. Hand cannoneers firing away, shooting everything. Needs a good amount of damage done. Outposts or barracks has been set ablaze. Forwards being blown in the field, engaged with battering rams. We go for another glorious charge here. Battering rams being picked on off by the horsemen Torgards. Karashes and spear and horsemen straight forward. More horsemen being queued on up for the golden horde. Some more losses over all. Battering rams being pushed forward by yellow. Horsemen are engaged. The outpost, let's go down there. Archers find the way. Some number of hand cannoneers here. Archers could try to push way forward. Glorious charge. We're having these battering rams charge into the keep. Battering rams of yellows being picked on off now. More horsemen being put on the field. They do bonus damage to siege weapons. The Batikon has gone down. Veteran archers not being reached by the Holy Roman Empire. Another battering goes down for yellow. Those last of yellow's batterings may have gone down, but he's still 6 in the field with 3 more in the build queue. Where they are, I'm not sure. Right now, yellow has all the secret sites this time around. More of these forces are advancing way forward. Horseman takes out quite a bit of damage there from these archers. Battering rams pushing forward. They can't, of course, hit battering rams. Blue's frontline arms overall getting cleaned on up. Yellow's not doing all too great either. Horseman takes some damage there. Got some spear bursts there by blue. More of blues or yellow's horsemen connecting on blue's archers. More battery rams being summoned forward. There's a bit of a meat grinder here. Right now, Holy Roman Empire players running low on food, plenty of wood and gold. The Golden Horde player has plenty of food, and some usable amounts of wood and gold there. I wonder how his trade caravan's doing. He does have Silk Road level 3. No stone commerce just yet. Maganel upgrade for the Holy Roman Empire player. Archers taking a bit of damage there. They are supported by the Karashes, getting +1/+1 armor. Nothing too significant, but may help out. Can't say exactly sure what the exact damage rate is at. Another aura there by Batukan, and Batukan goes down. Another fortified outpost does go down here as well. Spearmen need to target and hit the prelate. Got a battery rams up coming up north. Battery ram and a horseman taking out the palisade gate. These forces do find these villagers. Not too much gold left here. 40. Horsemen heading more up north. Got some villagers up here. Hand cannon seeing out some of these spearmen. Magano nailed the dead spearmen. Taking out this Ovo's Will. Up north, we got villagers trying to torch down this gate. One horseman moving up there to respawn. Yellow has elite archers now in the build queue. Battery rams rotating around. Horseman being pushed his way forward. Yellow's at pop cap, so is blue. Big round of traders there. Right now the Golden Horde player has plenty of resources. Paul could I have a stone commerce and get some extra stone going. Yellow's trying to go for more outposts there. There's going to be an opening there relatively soon. Horseman Trevor takes out a large number of those Mangonels. Ogre and Horseman being picked off right there. Up north, got the villagers still trying to torch down this gate. Mangonel's hitting some of these fortified outposts now. War charge activated. Second site decaptured. Got stone commerce and step lancers now being researched. Lead horsemen. Only one Tolgard remaining. Right now has 1.38 attack speed. I don't think step lancer affects them. Guess we'll find out soon enough. Other than providing some health upon swipe. Fortified outpost takes some damage there. Yep. Oh, the Torgars do get affected by the attack speed. It says in the upgrade, Torgars get affected by the health upon swipe, but that's simply not the case. They do also get affected by the attack speed increase. Very important note. Right now they're doing 24 damage while all their buffs apply to them. Another increased damage aura. Hand-Cannoneers firing away with the level 3 attack aura. These guys should do some great work, the Hand-Cannoneers. Battery trying to hit these fortified outposts. Up north, we do have a number of battery rams and horsemen on top of the trade line. We now have the Ovo Tide. Ovos provide additional food, wood, and gold every minute. Very nice. I wonder if that gets affected by the other Ovo increased resource collection technologies. Keep starting to get set ablaze. Up north, we've got these trades still getting hit. That's not great for blue, having all this trade getting hit. And has no real stop. Got some car rushes pushing up north. First repair on that keep there. I think blue's going to start running out of steam relatively soon. He's actually low on wood. Has plenty of food and gold. Go for more of the Keshiks, but I don't think he has veteran Keshiks, let alone elite Keshiks. Can always go for some more man-arms. He's going for a good number of pain cannoneers. The Holy Roman Empire player is actually going to be screening the bottom of the barrel first of resources. Some of these traders will be going down. Hand cannoneers versus hand cannoneers. Horsemen straightforward, but there's too many hand cannoneers for these yellow horsemen to do great work. And so I've not been too many black riders. So right now he's having trouble finding economy. Right now he's at 130, or he is maintaining maximum population 191. Value is also higher for yellow as well. Number of man-at-arms and spearmen there to help clean up this area. More hand cannoneers for forward, more spearmen well to engage these elite knights. More hand cannoneers firing away. Keep and town center up here causes some issues still. Another Torgrid here. Torgrid has 12 range armor, so he can even start withstanding quite a bit of damage from hand cannoneers. Like that 8. I wonder how many multiplication bowl upgrades do we have. We do not have barracks reinforcement. There's maybe some upgrades that he's been really missing out on. Does have the range increase, so he's getting extra hand cannoneer, right? Dorgrid's pushing way forward. Magno fires. Battery rams are advancing, getting some damage. Does not have stable reinforcements. Just unstable reinforcements. Up north, got an outpost here. Cannon placement gains some good damage. We got a good amount of income here. It needs to clear up that outpost up there. Battery ram pushing way forward to do that. So it needs a hold and defend. Got another Ovo being established there on the front line. Once again, not a great time for it. But the villagers may have taken out there. Knights are advancing. Blue right now has a military force 74 versus 48. Yellow has a higher quality force though. Leads a good number of walls there to increase surface area. And let's hit the stable there. Force them to make their way to the siege line and eventually the gunpowder line. Blue's hand cannoneers firing the back line. Blue has quite a bit of resources right now, just having trouble winning the fight. Does take out some good number of those Maganos there. Attack or whistling arrows there. Battery ram hitting the archer range. Getting out more of these Maganos. Looks like Bopticon goes down once again. Battery ram's hitting some various infrastructure. Blue has quite a bit of gold right now and a decent supply of food and gold, or food and wood. Trying to build some more outposts up here. Blue's going to be establishing a counterattack. He also has a good number of hand cannoneers. Horsemen heading up north. And outpost being established. So the batting rams up north is probably a good idea. Reach the 1 hour minute mark of the game. More Roost tribute has been summoned. Another Mangonel emplacement, or Mangonel upgrade, not replacement. This time by blue. Horseman hitting some of the traders. He has enough. He is starting trading funds, extra resources pretty quickly. And Kenny is firing away. Mangonels roll some misses there. These hand cannoneers are not being affected by any damage increase effects from the arrows. Horsemen, among everything else, starting to engage all these forces. Yellow's force will be cleaned on up. Got all these forces up here causing issues though. Blue could simply either counterattack his opponent's base, which I don't think that'd be a great idea. Blue's actually low out of food. It has some wood to work with. May want to buy some resources for some of his gold. Battery's now advancing. We're using this bit of meat shield, I guess. Yellow's pushing forward more forces. Yellow's actually screaming bottom of the barrel for resources. Battery's now advancing. Looks like his force dancing around a little too much. Loses the battering rams. Lost decent numbers of traders. It could allow blue to get a much larger force, losing all those traders. Bill just getting hit up here. Blue could let his civilian force go down to get one last final army. Blue is lacking wood at the moment. And some damage there. He has a number of his own Mangonels in the field. Engineers firing away. Mangonels fire a volley there, getting hits on everything. Or attack both ones, which is very useful to help his siege weapons, giving them increased damage. Blue's trying to crush on through the front line, breaking on through. 80 versus 45 military units, has much higher value as well. Knights heading towards the Mangonels, but they're getting sent by hand cannoneers. One Mangonel may go down, but that looks like about it. Hand cannoneers over here. Mangonels need to start hitting those hand cannoneers. Blue has a good number of hand cannoneers, 42 versus 12. Does have trouble remaxing, so is blue. Blue has plenty of resources to work with. Yellow has some. Force them now advancing to these Mangonels. Knights coming in one at a time, that's not great. Blue has more horsemen advancing way forward, blocking cons here. Some extra batteries would be quite nice, helping clean up the structures. Up north, villagers getting hit. That'll free up more population for blue. A lot of infrastructure in front of blue to go through. Blue's lost all of his traders, so he has only a small amount of gold income. Mangonels get some hits there, using emergency repairs. Batteries making the way forward, very nice. Yellow has some traders in the field, which they can be intercepted. Those lose the battering ram there. Good amount of splash damage there around the outpost, hitting good number of those hand cannoneers. Mangonels looks like focus on the hand cannoneers. Outpost has been repaired. Has a spring golden placement inside. Force from straight forward. Battering ram as well. Takes out a good number of hand cannoneers there. Yellow has some usable resources. Blue's starting to run low on resources. Horsemen slowly being intercepted. He's rebuilding villagers. 67 versus 121. Traders are going down from yellow. Taking out some of these buildings now. Now if yellow's trade is going down, yellow's going to have to get more horsemen on the field. 37 versus 121 military units. I think blue has this game in the bag. It was looking not great for him. Though the longer game goes on, the better yellow will be off. Cannon placements there. I don't know where all the relic emplacements are at the moment. Getting out more traders there. Good number of knights here. Good number of horsemen to engage them. Torgards are also here as well. Providing just excellent bulk for the hand cannoneers. I think blue could probably get some more batteries to clean up all this infrastructure. Over here, cannot use ability on target, which is maybe already being utilized right there. There's mobility and damage resistance. Mangonel's fired, splashing down some of the farms. Slowing down a lot of these units there. Cannoneers still firing away. Blue so has 52 cannoneers, which is a very good force. Blue now has 234,000 destroyed versus 180. Yellow's hand cannoneers aren't being picked on off. Gotta keep back here. No relic inside of it. The relic outpost and yellow backs out the game. This hand grade saying thank you for watching and on to the next replay. Before I get started next replay, if you need the restroom, please give me a moment. My apologies, I am back. Let's see now, that was a 1 hour replay. Don't have any more of those. Let's see now. Clear the list. Don't do Killjardy. Do a different replay. Let's see. We shall do this one. Looking for Rocky River 1212. This one. Greetings everyone, and great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Small on top left side is Yellow Roost, we have Beastie. Small on bottom right side is the blue Sengoku Daimyo. We got Real Starflock, allegedly. Either way, when it comes to the map generation, small gold deposit front for blue, which is not great. While yellow's small gold deposit spawn behind there with another small gold deposit near here. Another two small here and large one here, so that's pretty close by. Yellow's all on this side as well, particularly right here. Got a food cart to pull in the field. We got a 7 deer deposit here, plenty of small deer deposits and berry deposits here, so there's going to be plenty of spots for these food carts. I call them food carts because That just looks like a food cart to me. I've seen anime before. That definitely looks like a food cart. That you put your head behind the flaps and sit down to eat. Some sort of bowl of food. Got a good number of sheeple here. Boost players, of course, just getting up gold from all the hides, and not to mention some honey cabins here. Oh yeah, in the last patch, the hunting cabin got a slight buff. They cost now 75 wood rather than 100 wood, which is something been needed a long time ago, in my opinion. One thing you could see another way possible buffing the hunting cabin is because it is a hunting cabin. Maybe support 5 population to go along with it. As on eco phase, Golden Gate is being built. Yellow or blue is going to be a late age up. Go for either the Rokon or the Dakota Township. Dakota Township now being the floating field. That's the... I forget, Shinobi is still the same as Japan, right? Actually, no, it gives you an, it gives you some abilities to actually cast, not spawn Shinobi. So it's very different. So you get access to the Shinobi ambush, target near stealth force. I'm guessing this means the shrubs. Or one of your buildings summon a group of Shinobi with the something grenades. Increase damage taken by 40% and slow enemies by 25% for 3 seconds. Shinobi will escape after 45 seconds or if they use 3 of the grenades. So they are limited time cast. Or you get the entire radius for 20 seconds. Nice and simple. The other landmark may be a little better. We've got the temple. Can't see the other landmark now. Wooden fortress now being established here to improve the wood drop off. Well, the damage in damage increase taken by 40% is very significant. So that could be a game changer. Professional scouts now be researched by the Roost player. Playing delicious piece of venison in the middle of the map. We got the Yachty here. It does get maxed out by Pumbaa. 60 food per minute is the max. Oh, yellow has a good number of scouts here. So blue sees all the scouts. He's probably has good ideas for going for professional scouts. Got a stable there, going for some Yari cavalry. Trying to engage these scouts. Scout will be going on down. Survival techniques now being reached by yellow. Probably a good time to start grabbing all the venison. Even if he grabs all the venison here, Pumbaa does max out the Yachty cart. Yachty. There's a Shinobi. You can see they do actually 2 siege damage. Not much. Attack speed's very slow. And they get 3 grenades before they go away. Did slow them down and increase damage taken. Looks like the effect doesn't really last very long. I forgot that Hunting Bounty used the ability that's sort of displayed on everything. But in this case, it probably can be removed from certain units, like the Scout. Yari Cavalry does 9 damage, same damage as a Horseman. Attack speed slightly faster than the Horseman, and does also get +2 damage versus Cavalry, so very nice for the Scouts. Not sure that makes a big impact due to the health regen inherently from Scouts. Good pile of venison there. More Yari Cavalry being deployed on the field. He could counter with some early Horsemen, or his own Scouts, or Horsemen. Yari Cavalry are slightly more expensive, costing 145, as well as a Horseman just 120. We do now have the wheelbarrow now being researched by yellow. Big pile of gold there. Got the high trade house being pulled in the field. Maybe there may be a little better, but a bit more exposed. Here could have been even better. Of course, a bit more exposed. This one, it's not really skimming through that forest all too well, so may not provide too much gold. Scouts trying to escape. There is an opening there. Scout is down, not big surprise. The Sengoku Daimyo is relatively close of aging up. Does have one of these clan buildings. Gives for level 1 provides all cavalry plus 5% health. Very nice. Takeda Estate, that's what it is. Upgrades you eventually get is cavalry get 10% increased move speed, very nice. Increase Yari anti-cavalry damage by 2, while to pierce the heavy cavalry armor a little better. And equip Mounted Samurai with Odachi, a long sword that deals plus 4 damage versus infantry, usually available to regular Japanese samurai. Castle Turret is a very good upgrade. I think the Castle Turret is actually a better upgrade in total than a Spring Golden replacement when it's fully garrisoned. Blue's now aging up to the Sake Brewery. Provides an excellent amount of gold generation. I noticed as well you can still get access to the Temple of Tranquility. Does that allow you to get more Zen monks to provide more gold generation? And the Sohi Sutra, or is it different? I haven't really looked at it though. As I think Sake Brewery, I think Sake Brewery's the mass it provides for gold collection. They collect up really quickly. I think they're actually bugged, and people don't really notice all too much. They collect like twice, if not 3 times faster than a farm. And I think they should be equal. I think why it increases so quickly is because they don't dance around on the map like the villager does on a farm. Blacksmith now being established. And got the cavalry movement speed. Horse archers being employed in the field. Against Yari cavalry? That's probably not a good idea. They probably get even faster. Oh, got the shinobi there throwing some grenades. Does take one of them out. They have 40 health, which is not great. Looks like their projectiles do track pretty good. 5,000 range, not bad. Now here comes increased movement speed. Yeah, I don't think the horse archers are going to be a good call versus Yari cavalry. Now these Yari cavalry move as fast as human raiders. In other words, extremely fast. Warrior monk picked up a relic. Don't know if horse archers do cost wood rather than gold, which is very nice, which does combos quite well with the wooden fortress wood drop off. Plus 1 range damage now for the horse archers. I say it's a good idea for Sengoku Daimyo player, just go continue getting Yari cavalry. He does have some mounted archers on the field. Yari cavalry about to get veteran. Now the veteran have 4 range armor, can get up to 5 this age. Horse archers used to have the same damage output as actually. I think they did get nerfed because they used to have to follow the crossbow damage before the crossbow got slightly nerfed. But it looks like horse archers got even less damage now. I thought they had 12 base damage, not 10. Oh, there goes that monk. Got a daimyo here. Your normal horse archers, they at least have good damage saturation. Yari cavalry picking up more of these scouts. And the Yari cavalry are coming out one at a time. Or 2 at a time, I should say. Got this shinobi here, throwing out more of the smoke grenades. They do move pretty quick, boost body warrior speed. Mountain Samurai are right now moving very quickly as well. Things a plus 10 movement range, movement speed, so the horse archer is going to be pursued to the ends of the earth, located right there. I think I just saw a shinobi get a grenade off as well. Warrior monks being engaged. Could do a wall lull here. Warrior monk could also heal up this warrior monk. Probably should. Nice thing about horse archers, at least the high base damage means they can pierce armor a little bit better than regular archers. Distractionary wool. Veteran spearman, forestry, range armor. Iki monk going down. But yeah, if you just look at here, look how quickly this gold goes up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Compared to this farms here. 9, 10, 11, 12. All twice as fast. We now have Boyar's 42 gaining plus 25 health, which is greater than the plus 10 or 5% health his opponent's receiving. Got the Yumi Archer research. Scout is down, not big surprise. More horse archers here. They could really use Gallop, but right now you need Age 4 for that. Oh, smoke, shinobi ambush. These shinobi have been far more effective. I suppose the counterpart to the other landmark you could have gotten was would give units a basic health regen when out of combat. So the shinobi provide a bit more benefit now thinking about it. And he's making great use of it. Far better than I expected. Bruce Player's now at max out trade bounty, very nice. He's also ran out of deer there, going for some berries. But needs to start eyeing to get out some. Needs to probably start eyeing to get out some farms, but he will need a lot more wood for that. He's out of wood right now. Got some spearmen here. I still hate the fact that this veteran spearman upgrade gives them axes, which they stab their opponents with. I really hate that. The Roost militia was already bad enough with how they use those axes, and now the spearmen, I still complain about that. I find my complaints justified. Number of Yumi archers on the field, still just got one Takeda clan one. Claim up 4 down south. Hockey cart is going for shorefish now. Needs to reposition to over here to have 2 shorefish, but looks like Kumba has been obtained at one point in time. The cart has 0 range armor. It's a food cart. Of course it's going to have armor. The Roost player is maintaining good gold income. There's more shinobi. Seems like even more shinobi. 6 shinobi. Does it get better per age? And these grenades are hurting him pretty bad. Slowing down the entire formation. They didn't even say slow down formation for some of these guys. And not to mention making them take more damage. Those grenades have been far more effective than I thought. I'm staying connected. That is far more effective than I expected. Let's play. This version of Coded Township is probably better than the regular Japanese version, honestly. Except for these horsemen there. I do have now Yati Farm Gatherers. Let's see. Yati collect food from nearby farm fields, which each farm provide +4 food per minute. Increase the maximum rate to up to 80 food per minute. Not bad. And that's how they get their improved food income. It's by the food carts. +1 damage to Yumi Ashigaru is very nice. He has one of the Oda clan. Which also increased the health by a small amount. They already had a small amount of health, so they get also a slightly more small amount. Roost player is showing out the 40 spearmen, but the Yumi archers are going to be a good counter to that. Not too many horses in the field anymore. Going for another crossbowman. Right now the Sengoku Daimyo player has only 8 yard cavalry and 20 mounted samurai. With 21 Yumi archers. They'll be back on off. Spearmen now engaged in the cavalry, getting some good hits there. Stabbing them with axes. Couple spring gold replacing somewhere. Here for one. Down south. Horsemen engaging a farmhouse, getting picked off by the outpost there. Being upgraded to a spring gold. The Rooster does have every single relic, which is very nice. Did not see that aspect, but that is one of the advantages Rooster has alone. Right now, his opponent has a larger military size in the field. Spearmen and man-at-arms charging before. Man-at-arms probably generally good idea. Generally very good idea at the moment. Yumi archers up to 9 damage, the same as regular archers. They have less health than the regular archers, though. Archers have the same health as crossmen in this age, so 80. So they're almost full regular archers this moment with the clan building. Level 3 wheelbarrow. Yati cart here. Not max on food, but good enough for now. Like I said before, this one go to two fishy deposits. Another one there. We could also get some berries. You can make a bit more use of those Yati carts. I'm pretty sure there's no cap on them, right? Yeah, it doesn't appear to be any cap. Though, apparently... I have, here we go. Switch between players. This player has almost 2,000 gold, plenty to age on up. Going for a large number of these farms now. Don't like the saturation right there, but... There's some berries over here. I can collect up more berries here. Maybe he's going... he's consuming his food. He's not planning to age up anytime soon. I guess a good number of cavalry. High tower provides a lot more capabilities on the map. But the Spritskaya Tower is a good defensive structure if he does need it. Daimyo player is actually pretty close to aging up as well. Actually, he's closer to aging up than the Roost player, since Roost has just too much gold. Well, this Daimyo player has enough gold and getting enough food. We do have some of the Tangoshima Arshigarus. They're classified as ranged gunpowder infantry, not as light nor heavy, since they are effectively the crossbowman variant. So you gotta shoot them normally like an archer, like you do with a crossbowman. Sword Hunt statue being researched, which provides Daimyo's cost reduced by 50%, increasing Daimyo's aura attack speed bonus to plus 20%, and level 3 Daimyo estates will now spawn the levies 100% faster. The other one was Castle Crow, which actually reduced the cost of reducing castles by 30%. Siege units nearby castles get plus 10% damage, 1 tile range. So yeah, Sword Hunt statue seems a lot more capable. Castle Crow for regular Japanese fight is actually quite a bit of economic aspects if you don't want to go for gunpowder. Spring Golem placement here. Archers engaging. More of the Tangoshima Arshigarus. They have very slow attack speed compared to crossbow. They hit harder, slower, and a bit more expensive. Got the regular knight upgrade. Blue got a pretty good surround on Yellow's forces, completely surrounded, and I think Yellow's force has been completely wiped out. He does have the Saint's Blessing now on the field. Like it's completely surrounded, and now Blue's also aged on up. Maybe get some of these guys some medics. I just wish he had gone for the other landmark for age 2. Elite mounted samurai being researched. Bruce player upon his age and up probably should eye for the fortress rather than go for the high tower, even though that has a lot of capabilities. He probably needs the defense. Bruce player can now age on up, going for high armory, not high tower. Keeper here for defense, but they're keeping the gold deposit. This gold deposit can still be claimed as well. Blue could try stealing some of that. Blue's going to take some of this stuff here. Huh. Perfect spot, right? The walls are going on down. Elite mounted samurai. No elite archers just yet. They're being researched now. One clan building each. Barring the melee one, the Zelda one. Fortified outposts going down. Yellow has some forces here. Golden Gate has some 1 charge, soon to be 2. Making good constant use of that. Maybe buy some food with that, because right now he does need some resources. Particularly food. Going for some Streltsy. And looks like the monster will be cracked open, dropping the relics. Those horsemen now engage some enemy archers or bypassing them. Blue's falling back through the gate. Keyword through it. Now Samurai trying to find these villagers to collect up berries. Yellow's trying to rebuild his army, going for a good number of Streltsy. Enemy archers will be a good counter to them. Elite horsemen now, or elite Yari cavalry being researched by the Sengoku Daimyo player. None of these units are quite wounded. Yari cavalry pushing way forward. Got. Oh, grabs a relic and runs. Very nice. Though that monk is almost down. Looks like it's gonna get impaled. May want to roll low. Looks like no more monks on the field. so that relic is safe enough for now. Going for Tithe Barn, very nice. 5 relics, even 4 relics, that's going to be very useful. He probably has enough stone for another keep. I can understand not trying to deploy a keep around a stone deposit because using that same stone deposit to get a keep. Do not have the siege crew training. This one has gone for health and no cavalry. Just got level 2 estate. That's Shinobi. There's Takeda clan estate. Giving him +10% in health. Next one is Deflection. Next upgrade is +2 anti-cavalry damage, which could be healed. Yeah, against the elite horseman, definitely could be a good idea. Blocking up wood there, trying to keep them not from being idle. Spearman's heading over here. Who's heading more south? Takeda Clan level 3, going for the mounted samurai Odachi. Mounted samurai do get stabbed to death by axes. And not cleaved. Clearly stabbed. You got a good number of villagers there. Looks actually only has 76 villagers versus 110. He's also not at maximum population at the moment. These knights or mounted samurai push forward. Got a keep here. Couple shells see now firing away, a bit more than a couple. Good number of crossmen mixed on in. Remember, this player does have 12 crossbowmen going for the Mangonel research. Oh, Shinobi there. Looks like now there's 8 Shinobi this age. Just causing issues. Horsemen heading down south, trying to engage these villagers. Huh, does, I guess, new cavalry gets deflection, old cavalry do not get deflection. That's interesting. Got a university here. Probably should go for biology relatively soon. Number of daimyo here. They offer a good amount of damage. Oda clan. Daimyo's actually pretty cheap. I suppose the biggest problem is you only have 3 of those structures, and trying to build another one to get cheap daimyo, it costs like another 2,000 resources, particularly 1,000 more stone. That's why you don't see mass daimyo. Probably a good idea to still really crank them out though. You should also have some levies trying to be generated as well. If we switch over to him. Oh, not that's the wrong type of daimyo either way. I clicked on. Oh well. You see here. Let's see. It was about once every 60 seconds you get a free Yari Cavalry and Mounted Samurai. They call us both one charge, so it's probably better to go for Mounted Samurai almost every single time. I don't see... Even if your opponent has units to counter heavy units, it would still probably better go for the Mounted Samurai over the Yari Cavalry just because they're just that higher quality. So that looks like a no-duh option. Outposts being set ablaze. Yellow's pushing forward with a decent force here. Blue's not going for biology. Yellow's biology is almost complete. Elite Knights and Clean Pole Axes being researched, which is some of the best cav in the game. +4 damage is very nice. But basically, the elite samurai have the same upgrade, but just only affects infantry. Here comes an ambush. Magano cleaves through the Yumi archers. Gets another hit there. Knocks out another line of Yumi archers. Yellow's force once again gets surrounded. Blue has a much higher destroyed value. These full surrounds been quite devastating. Going for 10 more horsemen, 10 more Streltsy. Siege workshop, siege workshop, siege workshop. See, yellow has every single relic. Yellow has 1800 gold per minute. Still has 8,000 gold. Okay, so he does not need traders at this moment. He's low on gold, plenty of wood and food, though not a massive stockpile at this moment. This one has a decent stockpile of resources as well. The Roost player has nearly 2,000 stone. So you can go for 2 keeps right now. Villagers getting hit now. Got these forces heading down south, trying to torch down the outpost. These villagers getting hit as well. Got the Yaki here, cooking up all the delicious sushi. I have a really stupid question. I'm assuming Japan has rivers, right? Yeah, Japan must have rivers. Sorry, I just thought of that. Like, Japan, does Japan have freshwater fish? Do they have rivers? Why am I even thinking that as a question? I know I didn't get much sleep last night, but still. Japan is, people call it a small island nation. And compared to the United States, yes. But versus other countries, it's not small. It can, I think it can generally reach from Maine to Florida in size, roughly. It's thin, but it has a decent amount of land mass actually to it. It's not small. Japan's not small. It's thin, it's lean, but not small. Plus, it's like one of, like, what, 15 countries in the world that has over 100 million population? I'm always surprised by that aspect. Cart does go down. Now, if you want to talk about small countries, Portugal. Portugal is the size of Tennessee. Does take some good hits there. Over here, we do have this outpost getting torched down. Do have this town center far away, fully garrisoned. Do now the mounted train, so he is going to perhaps eye for some horse archers in the near future. This is when they get some pretty good range. He also is going for serpentine gunpowder. He will still need incendiary arrows and silk bowstring to go along with it. But the horse archers can get pretty good range with gallop. This one is going for a heavy number of spearmen and Yumi archers, not to mention the Ashigarus. So the extra range will help them out. How's the high trade house? How much gold is providing? 140. Yeah, that was not a great high gold trade house overall. Does find the fortress here, and thanks to biology and Warriors 42 is able to resist the rockets, at least one of them. Yari Cavalry gets picked on off there. Horsemen taking out a number of villagers, please down to 80 villagers. Good number of bombards pushing the way forward, good number of heavy cavalry exporting them. Bruce players at maximum population has a good amount of villagers, but has a much smaller opponent's military force. His opponent has a much larger force, but right now has about 30,500 income versus nearly 7,000 income. Roost player has an economy. The single daimyo player doesn't really have a massive economy at the moment. Sitting around 1,300 or 1,350 to 4,000. Roost player has economy, and not to mention Schultzy are discounted hand cannon meter. Schultzy now firing away, a little bit surrounded. There's been a lot of mass surrounds of Yellow's forces, but this is probably the best time for defense. Unable to get the Warrior Monk to engage, provide Saint's Blessing to everybody. But looks like this time, the circle for wagon, but there's no wagon circle there. The defense formation actually did pan out due to the high DPS of the Schultzy. They were able to get even the placement static deployment there for plus 30% firepower to go along with it. Still bowstring not being researched. Roost players actually starting to get a bit more of a grasp on the game. He always felt like he was on the back foot this entire game. Or whenever he does try to push forward, he gets crushed. Senko daimyo player is out of wood, has a decent amount of food and good supply of gold. More spearmans here. Roost Knights push way forward. He has a good gold supply. He's also running low on food and wood. The Roost Knights are some of the best knights in the entire game. Right now they're doing 36 damage per strike. See if we can't find any mounted samurai to compare it to at this moment. Mounted samurai returns to 33, which they do get plus 4 with infantry. We can't get plus 1, so let's just round up to 34. Rooster right, nice, right now have 369 HP. Mounted samurai for comparison has 371 plus the faction, so they're pretty equal at the moment, honestly, the more I look at it. They do have much higher movement speed due to their other upgrades. But Roost Knights are a proper contender. The Mountain Samurai are a little bit more... Nope, they're actually equal. So right now, I think the Roost Knights and the Sengoku Daimyo's Mountain Samurai are actually somewhat equal. Deflection's a big difference between the two, but there's a lot of things that could take that out beforehand. But the big part is the fact that it's the Streltsy. Streltsy are one of the main lines of the Roost army. They're a hand cannoneer slightly better with just cost 25% less. This is what makes Roost late game so powerful. It's just the Streltsy. 25% discount is massive. You also have this, looks like the Sengoku Daimyo player has in fact resigned. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. My apologies, need to use the restroom again, and I probably have time for one more replay tonight, so please give me a moment. My apologies, I'm back. One last replay tonight. Let's think there's some good replays from this person. I have 3 of them written down. Try to find some civilization we haven't really covered all too much. The Dry Arabia, 1213. English IU bids. That one's only 30 minutes. We got King of the Hill. Byzantines. We haven't done Byzantines in a while, so let's do Byzantines. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the south side as the Blue English, we got Kaiser Johann. Spawn on the north side as the Purple Byzantines with Christ Sayor. This is a King of the Hill map, so one sacred site to keep secure. Gold in the center, or small gold off the sides for both players. Though Purple has a pretty safe one up north. Berries here as well for the Grand Winery. And no markets in the field, so no mercenaries for Purple to attain. So he has to choose one of the base slots and not get any fun mercenaries. When it comes to other things, since this is an English player, we could see the White Tower and the Berkshire Palace to keep secure the center. Other aspects, let's see, deer on the high ground, deer on this high ground as well, so that's the same. Pumbaa and deer are co-mingling. There's a good number of sheep over there. This deer deposits all by himself while Pumbaa's over here and joins Hakuna Matata. Abbey King's now being established. Up here we do have the Grand Winery. Sometimes we want to see, let's see, what type of mercenary should the Byzantine player go for? Westerns usually by default pretty good. Get longbowmen, fight longbowmen. Maybe going for Eastern in order to get out Javeliers to deal with the longbowmen could be quite nice. Silk Road provides Keshiks. I think the one that provides the Malian Javeliers is probably the best option. Grand Winery is almost complete. Scout here, gain some damage. Town center now being built here next to the gold deposit, so the English player is going for double town center. It's probably going to go for the White Tower in the center. You can see here it has also the French flag there. So you can pull out the White Tower next to the French flag and make it extra white, I think. Barracks now being established up here. Collecting some olive oil. Blue Scout getting some hits there on the Purple Scout. Farm going on up, so it looks like Blue is going to be ecoing up. You have some living tandy being plugged in the field. Paul just trying to prevent the king from harassing him. The king is up here. Berries not being obtained. We do have now Purple's going for another town set as well, so got a bit of eco play by both players. So maybe it would have been better to put his town set over here to keep that gold spot secure rather than next to it right there. Though at least he has a good wood drop off. Limtani stabs the king. King impales the villager, slices him up, and the king does take out a villager there. Capital does get some arrows there. And we do have now the upgraded Lumen Tandy there. Do we see the mercenary camp just yet? No, we do not. You just need to get out the mercenary camp before the Golden Horn Tower gets complete. I'm assuming it's going for Golden Horn Tower because that is 99% of the selection with 1% Cistern the first hill. Cistern the first hill is only really useful if you really go for Cataphracts. You probably should go for the Royal Hippodrome to go along with it. Though it can be quite nice for Keshiks as well. Support your heavy cavalry play with some health regen. Another villager goes down, the king being far more effective than normal. Chasing down blue scout there. We've got wheelbarrow now being researched by the Byzantine player. More farms being established up here. And the king's coming on in. Two spearmen now are here, Lumen Tandy. Going for some olive groves. We do now have the Western Mercenary contract. Get access to Longbone, Lance Connects, and Strolsey. Another cistern being established by magenta or purple. King getting a little bit surrounded. Does not stop him there. He probably could use the, oh no, he already has used his ability. I was going to say use that ability to protect him from the king by giving them more armor, and then obviously to fight back. The king is dead. Longbone being queued on up. He is going to establish the white tower in the center of the map. Very nice. This one's very far from aging up. Needs a lot more food. You now have the border settlements now being researched. Scout's going to shrink the scout. The white tower will be established. Purple spotted the last moon, going for a mining camp here. Very nice. The scout definitely did spot the white tower. Longbone push way forward. The scout could draw some fire there. Purple should ignore the scout, go straight for the villagers. There's off one villager. Acceptable losses, I would say. And the Longbone's gonna be picked off by the white tower. Is that a monster? Yep. Quickly actually go for the sacred site there. Start the countdown now. Just cause pressure to your opponent. And not to mention afterwards get some relics. Probably gonna need not to drop the relics off of this monastery. Build another monastery back here. But do go to the sacred site immediately. Just to put pressure on your opponent. Force him to respond poorly. Yep. I do cast Age of Empires 4. Plus... Age of Mythology, if you're not familiar, also has a remaster version called Retold. I do cast them both. I cast Mythology on Fridays and Age of Empires 4 on Saturdays. More of the aqueducts being established here. Basic walls there. Catching up to the secret site now. One vanguard and man-at-arms deployed on the field. And Zodok Doggo, the man's head paths. Golden Horn Tower now being savage. Got the knight here. Capture the sacred site now. Now put the sacred site victory countdown against his opponent. Golden Horn Tower being established back here. Looking some berries over here. Barracks here. A tiny bit of stone there. Just something to get the aqueducts and cisterns built. Knight here. We do have the Zalek Doggo following him. Impales him, and we'll start taking out these villagers. One was already wounded, so take out 2 villagers very quickly. Another longbowman and Lumen Candy here to engage the knight. Gets a good volley onto him. Outpost here. Number of early man-at-arms. Veteran mercenary contracts being researched by the Byzantine player. Knights heading back up north. Relic being picked on up. Scout getting some good spotting. Veteran mercenary contracts researched. Got some Varangian guards not being deployed in the field. Wait, they increased the armor transports? Is important. I never knew about that part. They apparently increased the armor. If they're garrisons inside of a battering ram, they apparently increased the armor of the battering ram. I never knew that. Blue claims a relic, and the purple monk becomes extra holy. Now the man-at-arms upgrade there, +1 range damage, wheelbarrow being researched as well. These are the relics. I really think you should put a monster back here. Can get rid of the and don't use the monster up front. This relic can still be claimed by blue. And the last one's right there. So blue can perhaps get every single relic. So really should evacuate all of them down south. Sacred site victory in 7 minutes. Trebuchet here to siege down his opponent. Has a good number of longbowmen for escorts. White Tower under siege. Vanguard has less health, more damage, 1 more armor. Relic picked on up. We do also have the Berserk ability. Looks like a network of castles here supporting out these men-at-arms. No armor clad being researched by the English player just yet. Does have an outpost there. Mangonel emplacement is fortified outpost as well. Counter barraging the trebuchet. Blue's picked up the other 2 relics. Blue's not going for armor clad, going for +1 melee damage. White Tower receiving a bit of damage there, being repaired up by 3 villagers. Airdrop shields not being researched. Another trebuchet being caught by blue. Maybe trying to counter barrage. Oh, Magneton placement here, firing away. Do have a monk nearby for a bit of healing. The trebuchet has taken a bit of damage there. Double taps. Gets one hit there, repaired up the trebuchet of the villagers. And getting a decent amount of damage on the trebuchets. You don't really see trebuchets try and counter trebuchets all too often. Gets that fortified outpost twice. White Tower needs another village to help out with repairs. Trying to prep that fortified outpost now. This may kill it off. Nope, does not. That third one will. Also in range armor being researched by a Byzantine player, and Byzantine players can fall back, going for the other outposts as well. Right now, I think the English player needs more archers, though his opponent has a good number of ranging guards, so crossbowmen is not a bad idea as well. And that keep does go down. Takes out the mill there, takes out that outpost there. 4 minutes until victory for blue. Can blue hang on? There's quite a bit of purple force there. This will stall out the countdown timer at least. Trebuchet's backing on off. Blue's getting inside the white tower to help fight it out. Crossbowmen firing away. Blue trebuchets just try to get on out of there and avoid the conflict. The white tower looks like maybe going on down. Took severe amounts of damage there. Blue's army looks like going to be cleaned on up. Central 6 site there. Still paused, but not being neutralized at the moment. Right now these man-at-arms up to 7 armor. Get up 8 armor at this age. One will do 10 damage, so they can pass it. Right now they're doing 3 damage. They can do as little as 2 versus man-at-arms. There goes that outpost. Again. So if Network Castle is activated here. You saw that outpost now. Network Castles have been offline. Relics is still here. Has not been evacuated just yet. Saw that outpost once again. Monastery needs to evacuate those relics. He has currently 3 monks in the field. Kind of barging those trebuchets there. Blue right now has 4 trebuchets. Monastery goes down. Get some decent hits there. Spring Gull's not firing away. English going for mass mana arms. Spring Gulls will be a good way to counter. Trebuchets. Yes. Takes out 1 of the Spring Gulls. Looks like 4 is magic number, or there's 5 there. Lance connects, firing, or has been put on the field in numbers. More man-arms deployed in the field. Got a good number of Spring Gulls by magenta, or purple. Takes out 1 of the Spring Gulls there. Good kind of barrage there. Mangonel straight forward. Second side victory in 2 minutes 40 seconds. Good strike down the Longbowman. Currently it's being paused, the secret site there. Vanguard push forward. We do have Network of Citadels activated there, improving these trebuchet's attack speed, not to mention the Mangonel. Goes forward to their own outpost. Takes up both of the Spring Gulls there. You go for this outpost next. Takes it out 1 shot. Trebuchets push away forward. Multiple Spring Gull emplacements on the front line, trying to attack Stone's work. So, outposts going down, probably a good idea not to fortify them, or to upgrade them alone. Does get all the trebuchets there. Mangonel straight forward, hitting the Longbowman now. Oh, it looks like the Ringing Guard is on Berserk. Reduce the armor, reduce the armor by 4, increase the damage by 6. Against non-range units, I think it's generally a good idea to go for it. Particularly since they have higher attack speed. Villagers trying to torch down the trebuchets. 2 minutes 33 seconds remaining. pushing down those trebuchets, getting some good hits there. Takes out the outpost well, just removing a network of citadels or network castles. Second site now being neutralized. And it looks like purple will decapture the central or the only sacred site. He will claim the hill of King of the Hill. Relic's still here. They have not been evacuated. Got a monk here. They probably should really go for a wall. And it looks like Vanguard is hitting that Magnell immediately. Magnell hits Vanguard, not the longbowman. Takes out the outpost there, or the mining camp there. Some lieutenant being deployed on in. Right now, Blue's going for a cross one man at arms. Zantifi's going for a ringing guard. And also seeing some more lance connects from the Golden Tower. No monk in the sentiment to claim the sacred site. To claim the hill, actually. He may have claimed the hill, but he hasn't actually claimed the hill. Huh. When did he get the second flag? There was only one flag there earlier. Now there's two flags. That must have been growing crazy. Trebuchet is still taking out none of these structures. Barracks going down. Villagers trying to repair up that barracks. Basic stone walls there. Very nice. Help secure the flank. I think as well, if purple goes for more walls there, can actually claim a bit of stone here. The English player is scrubbing bottom barrel for resources. The Byzantine player is starting to progress towards another age up. Palatine School may be a little bit better with the amount of ringing guard on the field. Though the Foreign Engineering Company will give his longbow arrow volley. But the Schultze will not receive anything, nor would the Lance Connects. I think Palatine School will be better since he's going heavy and Varangian Guard. Get an additional 30% of them, approximately. Magno fires, gets a decent hit there. Green Guard do cost 130 as a reference point. More man arms push way forward. Getting some more hits in the back line. Blue's trying to lose some forces. Lose the outpost as well, so lose the network of castles. More longbow in the build queue. Purple's losing some of these forces. Mangonel strikes the Mangonel. Mangonel is starting to get hit there. Good hits. Preparing up the Mangonel now. Good hits there. Those villagers go down. Lance connects in. Vanguard push way forward. Crossbowman started stepping away. Longbow engaging the crossbowman. A number of those crossbowmen are quite wounded. Good hit there as well. Archery range is starting to get hit there. 6-side victory, 8 minutes for the Byzantine player. More man hours employed by the English player, as well as more crossbowmen. Got some monks here for healing. And purple has claimed 2 of the relics. There's still a 3rd relic in the center. Blue really should have evacuated those relics earlier. Some of these villagers are starting to get hit as well. Vanguard pushed too far forward away from his other forces. It will be picked off by the crossbowmen. And now we do have that monastery with the other 2 relics he has is starting to be taken out. Purple's army is pushing forward. We got a very good number of siege weapons, and this is getting a very big choke point there. So these should be particularly effective. Mangonel's get a good volley there, cleaving through the crossbowmen. Kind of barraging the Mangonel there, gets some good hits. Mangonel does go down, but these Mangonels got overrun by the man-at-arms. Springall's archer or longbow trying to engage these man-at-arms. Man-at-arms do have 8 armor, so they're only receiving 2 damage per arrow from the longbowman. Longbow not hitting the crossbowman. Springall's taking out these man-at-arms now. Going for the mill there. Blue's managed to break his way up the hill. Gone through the siege weapons. Losing all those Magnols was not great by purple. More man-at-arms just being summoned by blue, which is generally probably a good idea. He's also looking for more crossmen as well, but his opponent doesn't have. It does have a good amount of Varangian guards. I haven't seen them push forward all too much though. It looks like he's starting to berserk on the Varangian guard. He'll cleave through the armor. Purple's going for a keep here. Maybe it would have been better to go from some stone walls, but trying to keep this sacred site secure is a good idea. Longbow firing away. If the longbow having trouble hitting the men-at-arms, they should garrison inside the keep, probably get a damage increase since they're doing so little damage. At least keep them safe. Going for cistern and among other things. Or part of the damage resistance activation for the cistern. The Prodicium. You activate the Prodicium. Active, there we go. The Purcidum is now active. Couple Mangonel placements, including right here. Maybe Boiling Ore will be a good idea to get research as well. Losing a good number of man-at-arms. Probably should go for more crossbow spring golds. Blue's not going for military academies. Man-at-arms being those villagers. Picking up some of those man-at-arms up there. Villagers inside the keep. The extra arrows are doing 12 damage each, so the one would get a damage increase if they get garrison inside, higher DPS. A couple lance connects mixed on in. Mangonels takes off that trebuchet. Now castle's not activated there, but it's already on fire. Guess that it's really lighting the fire above it, the bullet of brazier. Just went a little bit overboard, I guess. Vanguard of Berserkin. Longbow firing away. Mangonel's also engaging. Mangonel placement right now over here is 9x3, which does siege damage, so bypass all the armor. large number of outposts being set up here. Paul trying to go for a good number of Mangonel placements. So that outpost there. More Illuminati being summoned. 2 minutes 35 seconds until victory for purple. Purple's actually running low on gold, has plenty of food, so Illuminati is probably a good way to go. Fortified outposts here being upgraded with Mangonel as well. Each Mangonel placement does cost 200 stone, so you can afford another. Does have upgraded on the keep as well. At least that one. Mangonel gains hits on those villagers, so we're picking them off. Just got piled defenses here. Feels like Byzantium is the best defense civilization. Actually, the Macedonians actually can improve these outposts, the Mangonel places, not by +3, but up to +6. So they technically are the best when it comes to defense, in my opinion. Got a large number of Mangonel places just firing away, doing so much splash. So much splash, it feels like my ears pop. Good damage on those Mangonels. They still got the Mangonel there as well. And blue does go ahead and resign this Angrade, saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. As mentioned beforehand, that shall be my last replay tonight, so everyone, thank you for watching,